Sean Bradley, and I'm here in Cherry Hill, New Jersey with Master Stuart Rosenberg. And we've been going through basic punch defense. And one of the biggest challenges that we see when we do punch defense is people throw punches and work with punches that are not the most realistic in the way these applications would work and the way these techniques would work. So if he throws a punch, most people don't do what he just did there, and it's perfect because we ran through these techniques today. Most people step forward with the hand, and this may happen, it may show up, but what typically, if that happens, there's a lot of techniques I could do, and there's a lunge that comes with this where I can get to the end point and follow it through. What we want to typically defend against is a cross. A cross is basic boxing style cross. He's going to throw from that rear hand, and it's a committed punch. It is a fully committed punch. Most people with that lead hand, if they're throwing that lead strike, it's a jab. It's a jab that's going to come in, it's going to recoil, and if I'm trying to do a joint lock, or if I'm trying to do a grab, or even some of our basic striking counters, they're not going to typically work because a jab is going to be too fast. If he's throwing a jab out there, and I'm trying to grab this, I'm probably not going to get it. I may make some contact here and be able to follow through, but that's not what I want to do. And you end up basically on retreating back, rather than just being patient, waiting for that cross. So we're here, I'm going to knock this, and when that cross comes through, this is what I'm going to follow through, draw down, and follow through with my techniques. So, basic principle, making sure we're throwing techniques that are going to allow us the opportunity to execute the techniques that we're trying to do. If we get set into a pattern where, if our previous martial arts influence, where this is how I'm throwing my techniques, that's fine for practicing some techniques, but we want to practice these from a realistic perspective. Jabs, crosses, things that we're most likely to see. So if he throws that jab in there, I'm not going to try and do anything from that. I'm just going to I'm just dealing with the fact that that's there. There's that cross. That's what I'm going to come in for. That's what I'm going to try and do a technique on. A lot of our techniques are very basic from this point. Punch defense is typically a green to blue belt set of techniques. So we're working on that timing, we're working on distancing, and as that cross comes in, the idea is I'm drawing it in, and I'm going to follow his recoil. If he goes back, a lot of our techniques are going to follow that in. Or they're going to follow a fully committed punch and go in that same direction and continue on. He's not going to hold that punch out there. He's not going to throw that punch and keep it solid. That's not a realistic situation. Some people call that non-compliant training. It's just unrealistic. The punch is either going to recoil back or it's going to be fully committed and come all the way through, and those are the two principles going to work on. So 2 takeaways on this is make sure you're committed to the punches, throwing realistic punches that if I'm not ready for, I'm going to get clocked. And the other is making sure we're doing most of our techniques off of a cross and not off a lead hand jab or a lead hand, what a lot of people consider a martial arts technique. So jabs, just get out of the way, wait for that window of opportunity for that fully committed cross technique. Thanks for tuning in. Here again, thank you, Master Rosenberg, for having me here, and we'll see you all next time.